folks. I'm exploring up this bay. I took some video with the drone, but had some trouble getting it to track. It may have been more my fault than the drone's fault. I don't know. I was having trouble controlling it. And we'll try that again on the way out. I'm currently got a line in the water. See if I can do a little fishing going up in this bay. I think I got it straightened out here. I probably should pull my line in though to check. I'm gonna go down here and see if we can see a moose, and then we'll come back. I think right in here is where the trail is up there a ways, so we'll go see if we can get to it. Trying to coordinate all these cameras and drones and fishing and hiking, it's a challenge. Yeah, that's where I want to go back to. We'll just go up in here. It's going to get shallow, so I may have to pull my lure in, but we'll go down here and check anyway. Well, right behind me is where we're going to try to go up to that trail. But there's a couple places here where it comes down. It's cool. I should have my vest on, I guess, with this breeze. But I figured trying to do all this rigging up of gear and flying the drone and stuff, I'd work up a sweat. But the breeze is cool when you're running against it. Well, no critters yet. Not seeing anything. There's some bunch of timber down. That more pines there might be a better place to walk. We're going to go down here and see if we can find out if there's a creek at the headwater, at the very head of the bay here. I don't know if I turned the film on. Get my walking stick ready. We're going to go see if we can find this trail. First thing is to get this thing tied up so it doesn't go away on me while I'm doing this exploring. It'll be interesting to see if we can find a trail. All right, where do I go? Underneath, left, right. I think I'll go up this way. Right there. It was as close as I thought it would be. So let's put this branch out here to mark the road. Walk down this way. Quiet morning. It's a little warmer up here in the woods. Doesn't look like any recent travel. Very rocky. Kind of a jeep trail. I'm sure a lot of four-wheelers use it too, but little color there in the trees. There's been some activity here, but not recent. I see look like a four-wheeler tractor kind of tire with more tread, not the kind you'd find on a Jeep. I don't know how far I'll go. I'm going to try to go down as far as a split, but I don't remember how far that is. I'm not sure I ever measured it. Haven't seen any moose tracks or poop or any sign of critters. But trail's used quite a bit. You can see the track's worn out quite a bit. So they keep it open. There must be a cabin down here someplace to have this much activity. And the width of the track indicates a Jeep or a four-wheel of some kind. I think I'll check to see what the map's showing. I think when I was recording it earlier, I didn't get the picture of the fish. It looked to me like I didn't hit the record button. So one of my more exciting events of the day, I missed it. I'm always making those kinds of mistakes. It gets frustrating. What happened to my map here? Yeah, I'm getting pretty close to the split. And actually the lake should be down to my right. That was one of the alternative sites I was going to try. So it looks like the split maybe down another 0.3 of a mile. So we'll go down and take a right on the next split here for the trails. Maybe a beaver down here. Looks like beaver activity. Yeah, moose tracks in the mud here. And looks like a wolf. Smaller critters coming down for a drink. Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that. Lots of rock. Rough grouse. Thank you, Lord, for the good landing I was able to find and a very reasonable hike through the brush. It wasn't that the big pines prevent a lot of brush underneath, so it's fairly easy to walk, to hike up that hill, though it was steep. Very quiet. I don't know, there might have been a vehicle here today. I don't know. Hard to tell. Nice color though. Starting to change. Getting close to the intersection. Okay, that trail is going over. So that's strictly a hunting trail. More typical. Where this one here is, there's got to be a cabin at the end. We'll walk down here to where my alternate access point was. See how close it was and how the terrain compares. A little more sand here. A little easier walking. Rocks are kind of hard on your feet. Before I head back, I'm going to take this vest off. It's too warm. I will turn around down here someplace where I just want to check out this other spot. See if I can see water from the trail. It was actually the first spot I chose So I guess in reality it's not my alternative, it was the original. The alternate turned out to be good. Not seeing a lot of sign though on the road. I know up in Long Lake when I took the trail hike there was just all kinds of scat along the trail. Moose, bear, a lot of bear, even though I never saw one. Yeah, there's some right there. Some scat. A couple scats actually. Yeah, let's check the map. Yeah, I've got a little ways to go. We've gone 1.1 miles. So we'll go down here and this should be where the water comes in. Yeah, I can see water, but not as many trees. So, or big pines, I should say. The pines help keep the growth down. So it looks like, yeah, we're right in the spot, but a lot more brush here. Okay, there's open water there. So, yeah, it would have worked. Still more brush here. We'll go down just a little further here and see if we can, maybe somebody made a trail. You never know. Steep climb. Would have been tough. Almost tougher than the one I took. But it sure would have worked here. Looks like I picked a good spot to go up. No trail down to the water. Take my vest off, it's just too hot. Well, we're going to run out of battery before I get anything out of this, but let it run, I guess. Less than 5% battery left. Get the drone ready to go here. Hello folks, having our evening fire. Try to see if we can catch that sunset back in the background. I've got a Zoom call coming up pretty quick. Try to figure get a little bit more fire going and enjoy this a little bit. I'm going to try to do the zoom right here, so we'll see how that works. Yeah, we got about a half hour. Been a long day. Took off, I don't know, I think it was about 10:30 this morning, and went up to the north to this real narrow bay that runs in for a couple miles. And I went up there and flew the drone a couple times. I was heading to a place where I thought I might be able to access a trail that's up in the woods. There was no direct access, but I figured if I could hike through the woods, if it wasn't too far, it wouldn't be too difficult. And I did find a spot. I got up. It was fairly steep, but it was doable. Got up to the trail, and then I hiked about 3 miles down the trail. Quite enjoyable. I didn't see any wildlife. I did see tracks in one place, was wolf tracks and moose, but no live animals except for a couple of grouse. I saw 2 grouse. Also caught about a 3-pound northern on the way up. I released it because there was no time to take care of that while I was going to go hiking. I had pizza and salad for dinner with a cold beer. Just relaxing here by the fire before we do the Zoom call. Tomorrow we'll move. I'm not positive where I'm going, but I have a good idea. There's another long, narrow bay, but there's some shallow places in there, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get through. But we'll just go take a look and see. And anchoring, I'm not too positive about anchoring because of my experience the first night. A pretty muddy bottom, and the anchor wouldn't hold. I'm sure it depends a little bit on where you're at. As long as if there's not a river or a creek that's feeding that area, then it might be a more solid bottom. Those places where there's a flow, they tend to get a lot of dead debris that goes into the bottom, and it just makes it mush, and the anchor won't hold in it. So we'll see as we go down tomorrow. It's about 60, in the mid 60s right now, and I'm sure it'll cool very fast this evening. So I hope the Zoom call works. I've had nothing but trouble trying to connect in the past. We'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not a big deal, but it'd be kind of fun to do that and show people, what the surroundings are here. Unfortunately, it'll be fairly dark by the time they call. So it doesn't look like we're going to get too much of a beautiful sky tonight, but it's an interesting rig. They call it a portable fire pit. There's no ash underneath. It doesn't fall through that screen. It's a stainless steel screen that it has underneath the fire. I bought it for this trip just because of the unimproved places that I'm going, and it worked great. 2 nights now I've had a good fire. We'll call her quits for now.